Now, the lockdown has thrust thousands into financial difficulty, including private tenants. We know that. The Housing Secretary, Robert Jenrick, has announced a 2-month extension to the government's ban on evicting renters amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, great if you're a private renter who's struggling. What about the landlords involved in all of this? It's a very fine balancing act that the government's having to do on a whole range of issues. Let's talk to Mary-Anne Bowring, who's Managing Director of a residential property consultancy. Good morning to you. What's your reaction to this extension?
Well, there's good and bad in everything, of course, and there's always two sides of the story. But if you listen to the citizens of Rice Bureau, there are 2.6 million people who are now believed to be behind on their rent. So the issue is not insignificant, and the government does have to be fair to all. And don't forget that people do need to feel secure in their homes. It's not necessarily their fault that they've lost their job. This is an unprecedented situation. And not everybody has been lucky enough to get furloughed. On the other side, of course, 33% of landlords, according to the English Private Landlord Survey, are retired. They may not have a mortgage, they might not be able to get a mortgage repayment holiday. Therefore, it is a direct impact on their income. And for those types of landlords, of course, their income is what they live off. So there's always a balance to play in these areas. I don't think 2 months is a particularly long extension. The real challenge will be if cases are not being submitted to court, that potentially there may be a 5-month backlog in the courts, and the real worry for a landlord is how long it may take to clear that, and whether they really did enough good referencing checks to have traceability and payment plans and agreements to try to claw some of the rent arrears back over the longer term.
I mean, there is this huge issue with rent arrears, isn't there? And you can understand why some people, I mean, it's very helpful that some landlords have, they're not really pushing to get those rent arrears back at the moment. But obviously, they're going to have to be paid back at some point. So even the renters themselves are piling up debt one way or another.
Well, the challenge really is it depends how much due diligence you did at the point of granting the tenancy. I mean, there are many situations where if you don't have references, if the tenant isn't particularly precious about their credit worthiness, etc., how will you trace that person in the future, and what are the likelihoods of recovery? Of course, by and large, most tenants are, honourable people, hardworking, who want to meet their commitments. So those types of people, a payment arrangement will help, because then in the longer term, the landlord's going to be able to give a reference that they didn't get unnecessarily behind on their rent payments, and that there are no long-term arrears. Otherwise,
fundamentally, Mary-Anne, although obviously this is going to cause some problems for some private landlords, there is no doubt about it. But fundamentally, do you agree that actually this continuation of the current scheme, because it actually puts renters first, is the right way forward?
Well, any landlord in this day and age, if they don't put renters first as a policy, then they're not going to be a landlord in an age where social media and everybody is a customer. I think the days of tenants being tenants are gone. The days of tenants being customers are the new world. By and large, the government's been very generous throughout the COVID-19 crisis across many sectors and many initiatives. Landlords are not quite necessarily as lucky as people think, insofar as it's not a given that you definitely will get a mortgage repayment holiday, because banks will want to find out if you've used up all of your cash reserves before they grant that. Sometimes they will grant perhaps a repayment holiday, but not an interest holiday. So it's not plain sailing for landlords by any means. But at the same time, with the rents reported to be down 0.9% year on year, if your rental income is squeezed, and the chances of reletting the property are not as high, then any money is better than no money. So I would urge every landlord to talk to their tenants and start to agree what they can.
Okay, Mary Ann, good to talk to you this morning. Thank you.